Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to another Fast Friday. We've got another FARC doubleheader tonight. We will have the FARC Truck Series at the Piqua Fairground in Piqua, Ohio, followed by the FARC Super Series for a 75-lapper at Louisville Speedway. So we got the lineup for the Truck Series tonight. Archer Helms was the fast qualifier, but he rolled a 4 on the die, which means the top 8 will be inverted for the start. So, starting on pole will be Judson Tate in truck number 1X, followed by J. Hiram Jennings in the 326 on his outside. Colin McNaught, car 71, starts third. Michael McKinley, defending series champion, in fourth. Row 3 will be Nicholas Radcliffe, last week's winner at Salem, and Tyler Thaber, the winner at 77 Speedway, on his outside. Damian Josel and Archer Helms make up row number 4, and that will complete the trucks that will be inverted for the start. John Bennett, 58, and Monte Carlo, 9th and 10th. 11th, Casper Spector in the 24. Kyle Pitts in the 30 starts in 12th. A pretty good starting spot for that team. Jafali Anamiha in the 39th starts 13th. Eddie Vero starts 14th. 15th will be Corbin Bannockburn in the 04. On his outside, Derek Dudding in the 68. A strong showing for him in qualifying. Lowell Beaver in the number 10 starts in 17th. Josel Perez in the 78 starts 18th on his outside. Dale Clow, one of the oldest drivers in the field, starts 19th. Lenny Coltrane, car 77, starts on his outside. Scott Jackson, the 23, in 21st. 22nd is Danny Johnson in the 99. Barry Woods, Diddles the Clown, starts 23rd. Flip Papadopoulos, teammate to Dale Clow, starts 24th. Zach Denman in the 707 starts 25th. 26th is Avery Radcliffe, all the way back in the 33. Buddy McInnes, car number 50, starts 27th. 28th is Lou Kirk in the 16. Getting towards the back of the field now. Jefferson Washington, the 00, starts 29th. 30th, Art Gordon. And bringing up the rear of the field, he failed to set a time in qualifying, is Rebel Denman in the 701. 31 trucks showed up. All 31 will race. Let's get this thing going.
Drivers, to your cars.
Drivers, start!
And I forgot to mention, let's have a look at the FARC Truck Series point standings coming into this race. Nicholas Radcliffe, the points leader, with his win at Salem last week, is at the top of the boards. Damian Josel, 26 points behind. Archer Helms, Colin McNaught, and Tyler Thaber, the top 5 heading into this race. Looks like everybody got off of the grid. Hopefully they'll all take the green. Judson Tate leading the field down the backstretch. 50 laps at the Piqua Fairground tonight for the FARC Truck Series. Round number 5. Round number 4, excuse me. The FARC Super Series will have their 5th round at Louisville. But for now, we go green at Piqua. Good start for Judson Tate in the 1X. Hello, horrible playthroughs 05 and anguished English. We got a crash on the backstretch already. And that's a pretty big pile up there. At least 10 trucks involved. Not quite as bad as the early big one we had at Salem, but that was still pretty significant. Danny Johnson looks to have terminal damage in the 99. Colin McNaught was making the move for second, and then they got turned around. He's all the way down to 30th. J. Hiram Jennings started on the outside pole. He pulls into the pits with some pretty significant damage. Hello, Eric G. As the field settles behind the pace car, let's take a look at what happened. So Judson Tate just got away from the start, got away from the mess that would soon take place behind him. So it looks like Michael McKinley got into the back of the 326, and that turns the 71 into the wall. Nicholas Radcliffe in the 32 involved in this one, last week's winner. Damian Josel tried to squeeze by on the inside, got a little bit of damage, but he keeps it straight. And it looks like not everybody took the green flag. Danny Johnson pulled into the pits, coming to the green, did not get involved in this one as I had initially thought. Monte Carlo, Kyle Pitts, Corbin Bannockburn got some damage. Then the guys in the back just piled into this. So Jefferson Washington, Lou Kirk, and Lenny Coltrane all looks like they took some damage. Back to the live feed. Judson Tate continues to lead. Looking to try to get away again on the restart. Who knows what will develop behind him this time. So J. Hiram Jennings and Kyle Pitts are already out of the race. Danny Johnson pulled into the pits coming into the green flag. He's back on track now, 1 lap down. Jefferson Washington also 1 lap down. Going back green this time by. Hello, Green and Gold Games. Top 5 coming to this restart will be Judson Tate, Damian Josel, Tyler Thaber, Archer Helms, and John Bennett. Pace car is off the track now. Judson Tate leads to the green flag, and there it is. Hopefully we'll have a cleaner start this time. Here comes Damian Josel trying to get some momentum around the outside. Top 4 getaway. Josel making the move for the lead. Despite that damage he's got on the right side, that's not slowing him down one bit. We've got the move for third. Archer Helms against Tyler Thaber behind them. Archer Helms looks like he wants more. He's coming after the 1X for second. Let's have a look through the field. Oh, there's a truck spinning. That's the 78 of Josel Perez. Lenny Coltrane gets involved in another one. That truck is smoking. He's got the left front fender ripped off of that one. And I heard more crashing. What may have happened? I don't know. Let's see what happened to the 78. Running 12th, held up by the 00. And that was 3 wide between himself, the 707 of Zach Denman, and the 99 of Michael McKinley. McKinley may have been coming through quickly. Yeah, he's on his hurry back to the front. Not showing much patience on board the 99M. He just shoved them up high. So our defending champion is in a hurry to get back to the front of the field. Under caution for the second time, coming to lap 12 of 50, Damien Josel holds the lead, followed by Archer Helms, Judson Tate, Tyler Thaber, Casper Spector, John Bennett, Jafali Anamiha, Eddie Vero, Dale Clow, and Lowell Beaver rounds out the top 10. Dale Clow's probably hoping for more of this nonsense to happen in front of him, as he's been coming through the field in no small part due to this early attrition. Lenny Coltrane joins Kyle Pitts and J. Hiram Jennings as today's casualties. Zach Denman has pulled up in front of the leader. We don't know if he'll be placed in front of or on the inside of the leader on the restart. Horrible Playthroughs 05, calling it now. This is going to be a wreck fest to hell and back. It's the FARC Truck Series, so probably. Be getting the green flag on lap number 15. 36 to go. And Zach Denman will indeed be placed in front of the leader on this restart. The officials probably hoping to wad up more trucks. Pace cars off the track. Zach Denman leads to the green. Tyler Thaber gets a monster restart on the outside. But Damien Josel just holding off the 53 of Archer Helms. And there goes Helms to the inside of the 74 for the lead. He couldn't keep him behind him long. Helms going for his second win of the year after he took the season opener at Flat Rock. Helms can't get him yet. Flip Papadopoulos and Josel Perez are in the pits. Damien Josel trying to hold him off around the outside, coming up on the lapped 00. He's going to hold up the 74. Archer Helms takes the lead. And hello, Flora Reyna. Tyler Thaber moving into third. The leaders will already be coming up on lap traffic. Huge gap between the lap times of the fastest and the slowest trucks today. 49 of Art Gordon, not posing much of a challenge to the 53 of Helms. He did have to brake to try to get around him. Could Damien Josel be coming back? Looks like John Bennett has gotten around the 24 of Casper Spector for fifth. These guys are getting lapped in a hurry. Josel trying to make something happen. Looked like we had a little contact between the 0 and the 707, but they keep it straight. This is easily the longest green flag run we've had in this race, and it's only been 8 laps. And Art Gordon is on the verge of going 2 laps down, but we've got a caution. John Bennett's hit the wall on the backstretch from 5th place. We just talked about him. He's having a good start to this race. Let's see what happened. So Bennett and Tate. Oh, looks like Michael McKinley's going to get into the back of the 58 and turn him into the wall on the backstretch. So Michael McKinley continuing to be very aggressive as he comes up through the field. So Michael McKinley's made his way back up into 7th. So these guys in front of him probably need to watch out. And hello there, Asato. I believe you field McKinley, correct? I'll sit back and enjoy his inevitable rampage, I guess. So Archer Helms continues to hold the lead. Damian Josel was really challenging him as they tried to pick their way through traffic, though. They've just put Derek Dudding in 12th place a lap down. Very good showing for Dudding so far. Dude's Pizza's fastest delivery driver. So Tyler Thaber running 3rd. Several lapped cars in between him and Casper Spector, who has inherited 4th place. Nicholas Radcliffe runs 5th, making his way through the field again after the lap 1 pileup. So he could be a threat as this race goes on. Hello, Brandon Cresta. What did you miss? We are working our 3rd caution. Our longest green flag run has been 10 laps. And then, once again, boys and girls, after this race will be a 75-lap FARC Super Series feature at Louisville Speedway. Coming to the green this time by will be on lap 29 of 50. Pace car pulls off the track. Derek Dudding, the first car, 1 lap down. It's hard to believe we're saying that about Derek Dudding, of all people. Oh, looks like Tyler Thaber has gone into the pits under this caution. He's come out in 11th. No, he's still in the pits, so Thaber's going to go a lap down as the field takes the restart. So a tough break for Tyler Thaber, the winner at 7077 Speedway. That's going to put Casper Spector up into 3rd on this restart. He gets away along with the 53 and the 74. I have not made any significant changes to Louisville. John Norton did a very good job with that track. Scott Jackson into the pits. And we've got a caution once again. Scanning the track to find out why. Looking at the back of the field. Don't know why we're under caution yet. Ah, there's why we're under caution. Dale Clow has gotten spun to the inside of the front stretch. Looks like by Lowell Beaver in the 10. Yep. Dale Clow was running in 12th place. I believe that's one of his best runs so far. He's down to 14th now. Yeah, I believe I have addressed the issue of the cars hitting the walls at Louisville. Archer Helms continues to lead, followed by Damien Chazelle and Nicholas Radcliffe, who has made his way back up into third. So he's been the biggest mover of those cars involved in the first lap pileup. I believe he's the defending winner here at Piqua. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I meant to look up those stats beforehand, but I forgot to. FARC Super Series also making a return trip to Louisville. Thank you, Never Neutral. Radcliffe is indeed the defending winner. I was about to say, Super Series is making a return trip to Louisville, where Wes Murray won last time around. He's looking to defend that victory. I'd guess we'll have 15 laps to go when we get the restart. These truck races go by pretty quick, even though they tend to be wreckfests. Indeed, we do get the one to go this time by. How was my turkey day? Pretty good. So we only had one person come over. It's a fairly small dinner, but I enjoyed it. We made the butterscotch cinnamon pie from Undertale, among other things. That was, of course, very good. Alright, enough talk about tasty desserts. Archer Helms, looking for his second win of the year, leads the field to the green. Yeah, Dudding better get a top 10. He's on his way to doing that at this rate. Casper Spectre in fourth, struggling a little bit with the lapped traffic as the top three get away. And hello, Gervin. Corbin Bannockburn looks like he's in the pits in the 04. And we've got another yellow. And an ongoing wreck. Colin McNaught got turned around by Art Gordon. Was that the cause of the caution or a separate incident? Let's see what happened. Oh, Dale Clow got turned around again, this time by Eddie Vero. Oh, he goes careening through the infield into the side of the 71. So that's the cause of this yellow. Now, Colin McNaught looks like he's limping away from this. He got turned around by the 00 of Jefferson, Washington. Well, hopefully this will be the last restart. So Archer Helms continues to lead, as I have said a million times today. Damien Chazelle runs second. Nicholas Radcliffe maintains fourth. Third. Casper Spectre is fourth. Judson Tate sat on the pole. Is back to fifth. Michael McKinley is sixth. Then it is Eddie Vero in seventh. Jafaliana Mija eighth. Monte Carlo in ninth. And Derek Dudding has moved up into 10th, thanks to Colin McNaught falling by the wayside. Tyler Thaber pulled into the pits on the last caution. He is out of the race with engine problems, it seems. So unfortunate for the 89T. One lap to go before the green. We will have 8 laps remaining. We're under 10 laps to go, so no lapped cars lining up on the inside this time. Not sure if that will make this a cleaner restart. Pace car pulls off in that little opening on the backstretch. The very opening that somebody hit. I don't remember who it was. Archer Helms takes the green. Battle for third on this restart. Casper Spector against Nicholas Radcliffe. He's not going to get it done. But Michael McKinley has moved into 5th. He's not satisfied. Looking for 4th. Heading into 3. Yes, John Bennett hit the opening on the backstretch. And that's how he fell out of the race. Colin McNaught is not out of the race, but looks like he's been in and out of the pits a couple times. That truck torn to pieces. Judson Tate working on Casper Spector for 5th now. Five laps to go for Archer Helms. But we'll be very quickly approaching lapped traffic once again. This should be fun. Derek Dudding maintaining 10th. His closest competition is Lowell Beaver. But he's nowhere near able to challenge him right now. Starting to get into the lapped cars. Damien Josel held up by the 49. Here comes the 32 for 2nd. Archer Helms has gotten past these guys. Josel loses 2nd. Michael McKinley taking the outside around these lapped cars. Good idea as he boxes the 1X in behind the 04. Archer Helms getting caught up by some of these guys now. Here comes Nicholas Radcliffe. He's ready to pounce. Helms stuck behind the 50 of Buddy McInnes. 2 laps to go, coming to the white flag. Does Radcliffe have anything for the 53? Michael McKinley back in 3rd, not in a good position to do anything as we've got more lapped cars incoming. The 33 of Avery Radcliffe holds up the 53 just a little bit. Maybe trying to help the 32? Say it ain't so, but here comes Radcliffe. He's shoving the 53 up, and he takes the win in a photo finish. Well, that was a thriller as Nicholas Radcliffe stole the win away from Archer Helms off the final corner. I want to have a look at that again. From the roof cam of the 32. So he's about 3 car lengths back, heading into the final corner, but Archer Helms got stuck behind the 78. So Radcliffe not giving him any opportunity to escape his situation, shoving the 53 up the track and behind the 78, and off the final quarter, he just noses ahead and steals the win. An exciting finish to a wreck-filled FARC Truck Series race. 9 cars finished on the lead lap. So your top 10 are Nicholas Radcliffe, Archer Helms, Michael McKinley, Damian Josel, Casper Spector, Judson Tate, Eddie Vero, Jafaliana Mija, Monte Carlo, and Derek Dudding. Couple other have-nots who had good days. Barry Woods, Diddles the Clown in 12th, and Dale Clow in 13th. 26 of the 31 starters finished the race. Jefferson Washington, 5 laps down, was the last to finish. And before I forget, let's export the replay and results. Alright. Got everything squared away there. Now on to the FARC Super Series at Louisville.
Drivers, to your cars.
Yes, anybody on the EFR Discord may join me in the voice chat for the streams. Alright. It's time for the FARC Super Series at Louisville. Here's a look at the point standings heading into tonight's race. Bobby Porteau won at Monadnock Speedway last week. He leads Mike Malone, who missed last week's race, but is still in second. Hamilton Porteau, third in points. Wes Murray, defending winner here at Louisville, sits fourth. And then it's Chris Henke rounding out the top 5. Look at tonight's lineup. It's the Porteau brothers. Bobby Porteau and Hamilton Porteau. 1-2 in qualifying, but Bobby Porteau rolled a 4 on the die. Again, the top 8 will be inverted for the start. So, on pole is Melissa Whitley in the 66, followed by Kenny George in the 50. Third is Andy Pearson in the 2. Phyllis Theodore, 4th. Taylor Brillin, 5th. Mike Malone starts 6th. He's probably glad to be starting a feature once again. Hamilton Porteau and Bobby Porteau, 7th and 8th. That completes the invert. Chris Crompton in the 36 starts 9th. Isaac Leitner, 10th. Wes Murray, defending winner of this race, starts 11th, followed by Tim Burkhalter in car number 11. Armand Delpere in the 25 starts 13th, followed by Alfred Jones, who made his debut at Monadnock last week, in 14th. Ralph West, number 87, starts 15th, followed by the 31 of Chris Henke. 17th, Ricky McKenzie in the 67, not the teammate to our pole sitter Melissa Whitley, my mistake, but it's Matt Pearson starting 18th on his outside. Upton Downs in car 24 starts 19th, followed by Christopher Holter in the 316. Jason Bates, number 51, starts 21st, followed by Chris Crompton in the 48. No, Carson Crompton in the 48, my mistake. Kenny Brillin in the 20 starts 23rd. Neil Miller, number 90, starts 24th. James West in the 69 starts 25th. AJ Young starts 26th in car number 26. Ben Worthington, car 38, starts 27th. Dom Forrest in the 59 starts 28th. Billy Bob Childers in the 16 starts 29th. Definitely not the kind of qualifying effort that equipment is capable of. The Power Surge America team. Davis Harrington in the 53 starts 31st, and starting shotgun on the field is Hugh Patrick in the 33. Hello, Broken Gaming Network. No, the Porto brothers are not a reference to the late Bobby Hamilton. They were named by a friend of mine a long time ago, and as far as I know, that was a coincidence. But anyway, Melissa Whitley leads the field to the start as the pace car pulls off the track. Whitley won 2 races last year. Believes she's still looking for her first win this season, but she's got a good opportunity to do that as she leads at the start over Kenny George. Whitley leads lap 1. Top 5 have settled down. Mike Malone looks to be dropping through the field a little bit in these opening laps. Bit of 3-wide action towards the back of the field. Little bumper tag maybe between the 24 and the 16. Billy Bob Childers looking to get by up and downs any way he can. Childers trying to bully his way through. A little bit of contact with the 24. 33 of Hugh Patrick already about to go a lap down to Melissa Whitley on lap number 7. Andy Pearson trying to challenge the 50 of Kenny George for second. Davis Harrington also about to go a lap down. Oh, we've got a stopped car in, what is that, turn 3 or 4? I don't know how these tracks, how the turns on this track are named, but it's Wes Murray, last year's winner at this track, who has come to a stop. All right, turn 3. Thank you, Green and Gold Games. So under our first caution on lap number 10 of 75. Pretty clean opening to this race so far. And Wes Murray has already dropped out. He is the first casualty of the night. So it's Melissa Whitley continuing to lead this race. Andy Pearson did get by Kenny George for second before that caution. Then it's Phyllis Theodore in fourth, car number 04. Oddly enough, she finished dead last in Super Series points last year, looking to do much better this season. Davis Harrington is the first car 1 lap down. Bobby Porteau, fast qualifier, is up to 6th. Right behind him is his brother Hamilton Porteau. Bobby Porteau is the defending Super Series champion. He and his brother both have wins this season. Bobby Porteau won at Monadnock last week, and Hamilton Porteau won the season opener in San Antonio. Yeah, it's okay to talk a little bit, offer a bit of backseat commentary throughout
Oh,
these
okay.
things.
Thanks.
I don't mind
Not
that.
be here, quote unquote, helping Siege with the, you pronounce it, with the, stream on Fast Friday, feud from a server that I'm mainly on because, well,
Alright, one lap to green. Harrington and Patrick line up on the inside. They will be the only lapped cars so far, as Melissa Whitley is left to control the restart. Can Andy Pearson have a run for her? Green flag back in the air. And she gets away from Pearson by about 5-6 car lengths. We got another stopped car, or a very slow car on the inside. Isaac Leitner in the 71. Looks like he's about to come to a stop.
at least he got to the apron.
But that's not quite enough. What happened to Whitley? We're under caution again. Something happened to Melissa Whitley.
Whoa, big one.
These guys are stacking up under yellow, and Melissa Whitley is in the pits with some damage. What on earth happened on this restart? I was busy paying attention to the 71. But something has happened to your race leader. Alright. She's coming around. Oh, she's slowing down. Looks like she may have broken down, and she got piled into the back by Kenny George in the 50. So a big mechanical failure for Melissa Whitley has taken her out. And Isaac Leitner in the 71 has also gone out of this race. So huge disappointment for Melissa Whitley as she goes out of the race after this restart. But now it is Andy Pearson in the lead, followed by Phyllis Theodore, Bobby Porteau third. Armand Delpere has taken the fourth spot from Hamilton Porteau. Tim Burkhalter is sixth, Taylor Brill in seventh, Carson Crompton eighth in the 48, Jason Bates ninth, and Mike Malone rounds out the top 10. Mike Malone's fallen through the field slowly ever since the start of this race. But then again, Mike Malone is used to falling through the field and then coming back strong. He sat on the pole in the FARC Low Dollar Series race at Albuquerque a while back. Fell through the field early on, got himself into a number of accidents, but he worked on that car in the pits all day and was able to charge through the field and win in the final stint. So maybe he has something for us later on, but he'll have to work for it as we get the one to go. We'll get the restart on lap number 21 of 75. Andy Pearson, four-time FARC Low Dollar Series champion, leads. He won the Super Series championship a couple of years ago. He's really made himself a home here in the Super Series. Green flag back in the air. Andy Pearson leads, gets a big jump over the 04. Bobby Porteau all over the back of Phyllis Theodore. Easy pickings for Porteau as we come back to another caution. There's a car that's crashed on the inside heading into turn one. That's Harv Henry in the 44. What happened to him? Oh, Harv Henry blew up coming to the restart right as he passed the pit entrance. So with nowhere to go, he pulls to the inside, and that draws yet another caution. At least this race has been pretty clean as far as on-track contact goes.
Race prior.
Right. The only crashes we've had in this race have directly resulted from mechanical failures. So at least there's that. These guys are definitely have their heads on straight for the most part.
It seems like the only wreck-like accident was probably that stack up under caution.
Yeah, but they do that sometimes. And I wonder if that's how Harv Henry got the damage he had on his car prior to his engine letting go. So, working lap 25, 1/3 of the way through. Phyllis Theodore was able to hold off Bobby Porteau for second, coming to that caution. We don't know if she'll be so lucky on the next restart. One lap to green. We'll be getting it on lap 28. Four cars are out of the race. Only two cars, Davis Harrington and Hugh Patrick, are off the lead laps still. Andy Pearson leads on the restart once again.
Green flag.
Bobby Porteau looking to attack. Hamilton Porteau looked like he was trying to get to the inside of the 25, but the 53 of Harrington was in the way. Bobby Porteau grabs second.
Expecting another mechanical failure from up front to happen in the next 15 seconds at least.
Yeah, the way this race is going, that'll probably happen. Kenny George trying to make his way back up to the front. Still in the race. Still with an okay-looking car after hitting the back of the 66 a couple restarts ago. Mike Malone still dropping spots. A.J. Young will take over 10th, followed by Carson Crompton.
He was about to come to a full stop when he was dropping back there.
Andy Pearson leads by maybe 15 car lengths over Bobby Porteau. Porteau not quite catching him, if the lap times are any indication. If this race stays green, we'll be getting into lapped traffic shortly. Hugh Patrick about to go a second lap down. Upton Downs about to go his first lap down.
Longest green flag stint of the race. No mechanical failures so far, at least not this go by.
3 wide.
Fingers
90,
crossed.
the 67, and the 53, as Andy Pearson bears down on them. And Bobby Porteau is definitely catching him in all this traffic. Armand Delpere has gotten by his teammate Phyllis Theodore for third. Jason Bates has broken into the top 10. The Wild West Racing team has struggled a little bit this year. They've been relegated to the midfield for the most part. Pearson trying to get by Dom Forrest. He's put him a lap down. We'll be working on Kenny Brillin next. Kenny Brillin running 20th in car number 20. And now he's about to go a lap down. Armand Dilper, a very distant third, over 3 seconds back. Tim Burkhalter's gotten by Hamilton Porteau for 6th. He's looking to chase down the 04. I heard somebody make some contact somewhere. No caution is out. Here comes Bobby Porteau for the lead. Trying to get his 2nd win in a row. Well past the halfway point, working lap number 44. Pearson's not going to give up. Porteau is able to reel him in all the lapped traffic. Pearson might have the faster car in a straight-up match. I believe Pearson won the opening round at Flat Rock. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. No. Sorry, Pearson won the 2nd round at Flat Rock, I'm pretty sure. Hamilton Porteau won the opener at San Antonio. And here comes Pearson for the lead once again, who trying to make it work as the 15 gets boxed in behind the 68 of Alfred Jones, graduate from the Truck Series last year. Oh, he's into the back of the 68. Playing bumper tag with the lapped car. He's keeping Pearson at bay. Something's happened to Tim Burkhalter. He's dropped all the way back to 8th in the running order. "25 laps to go. Bobby Porteau continues to lead." Three-way battle for 6th between Hamilton Porteau, Carson Crompton, and Tim Burkhalter. Jason Bates has made his way up into 5th. See, Bates holds the 5th fastest lap of the race. Bates has been coming up through the field, so I wanted to see how fast he's been running compared to the leaders. Bates looks like he'll challenge the 04 for 4th pretty shortly. I believe this will be Wild West Racing's best run of the year if he keeps this up. Wild West Racing, the 3-car team owned by James West. So he drives the 69, Jason Bates is in the 51, and Ralph West is in the 87. Ralph West is running 16th, 1 lap down, and James West is 25th, 2 laps down. Oh, and just as I was talking about them, Jason Bates has gone up in smoke from 5th. But he's going to bring that car into the pits instead of stopping on track, so we will stay green. Well, so much for their best run of the year.
Isn't that mechanical failure number 5 of the night?
Might be. We've had a lot of them. Bobby Porteau looks like he's getting stuck a little bit behind the 12 of Matt Pearson. Maybe trying to help out his father. AJ Young isn't being much of a help either. Oh, Phyllis Theodore is coming to a stop on the front stretch. We've got another caution. So it looks like she's been slowing down for about a lap. She's dropped several positions, and the leaders almost smashed into her.
What a miss.
The entire truck race and air-ridden race at Louisville.
As soon as I join in, I see my driver breaking down. What are the odds?
And it looks like Pearson's gotten by Bobby Porteau to take the lead, as Porteau was held up by the 04. So Pearson just snuck by around the outside, and Pearson takes the lead back. So, Trek, I saw you in the chat earlier. When did you have to step out?
My break was about to end.
Okay. At what point was that?
It was about I don't know, about maybe 50 minutes ago.
So
I think it was
before the end of the truck race?
sometime. I think it was during one of the cautions.
Okay.
Like,
Well, Archer Helms dominated, only to lose the race in a photo finish to Nicholas Radcliffe. He got boxed in
please.
by some lapped cars coming to the checkered flag. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Hello,
So,
Syzygy and Sign-On in the voice chat. Hello.
I was gonna say, and as for the Dilpair cars, how they been doing?
Armand Dilper is up to 3rd.
All right, cool. Theodore just broke down.
Yeah.
Where was she running at the time?
Let's see.
4th.
Yeah, she was running 4th at the time she broke down. So the Dilper cars have been having a pretty good run, and Armand Dilper is going to continue that.
Also, Siege.
Hello. So we'll be 7 laps from the end of the Super Series race when we get the restart. No lapped cars on the inside, but it is Bobby Porteau and Andy Pearson nose to tail on this restart. Armand Dilper stuck in 3rd, several lapped cars in between him and the leaders. Oh, Ricky McKenzie about to pull to the inside. He's got a problem coming to this restart. Hopefully he will not stop on track and cause yet another caution that will likely end the race.
Green flag.
And as we hear that, we got some crashing. McKenzie upside down in turn 1.
Oh.
But it's great.
That lasted long.
And we got 6 laps from the end as Andy Pearson takes the yellow.
Actually, they might get like a 1 or 2 lap shootout out of it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a restart, but Pearson's got a problem. He's pulling into the pits from the lead. He may have run over something and cut a tire down.
If only the game could actually simulate that.
It actually can, I think.
Something about tire blowouts?
Yeah. 67.
So Ricky McKenzie broke down, pulls to the inside. He clips the pit wall and shoots back up in front of Chris Crompton. Goes into
That's
the wall.
that's one of Hetzel's cars, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's no loss then.
He didn't come to a complete stop on the track. At least there's that.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, at least he didn't come to a stop on the track and not have
Yeah,
people
right.
hit him. At least
Uh,
we avoided that.
But he did. On his roof.
Elex 6211 straight out of Crompton.
Yeah, let's
Very cool.
So Andy Pearson had to give up the lead to Pitt for whatever reason. He rejoins the field in 10th. So Bobby Porteau is taking the lead back now. He might get a shootout, hopefully.
I just want.
But with Neil Miller in between Porteau and second place Armand Dilpere, that's going to be a tall order to get a good battle out of it.
I think if it is going to be anything, it's going to be one lap shootout.
Yeah.
And it might be a tall order. Unless he just absolutely chokes the restart.
We will be getting a one-lap shootout. Lights have gone out on the pace car.
Ooh, Dale.
Yay!
So it is Bobby
Shootout,
Porteau looking
yay.
for his second win in a row, followed by Armand Dilpere. Tim Burkhalter runs a very distant third. Then it is Chris Crompton and Hamilton Porteau rounding out the top 5.
90 card. Probably going to give this race to Porto.
Probably.
Only 90s kids remember when that happened.
And Porteau just takes off on the restart. Armand
What the hell
Dilpere.
kind of jump was that?
Dilpere gets by the 90, but that's not going to matter. Porteau rounds out the final corner to take win number 2 of the season.
Gonna jump back.
Congratulations, Bobby Porteau.
That was like the most ridiculous jump I think I've ever seen.
I was gonna say that was Lewis Hamilton approved.
Or Kyle Busch, take your pick.
Oh,
Well, Kyle Busch just does shit Nigel Mansell used to do.
Oh yeah.
Alright. That was a bit anticlimactic, but this race is finally over.
and possibly same with the stream. Or actually, not possibly. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So.
Alright. So Porteau wins, followed by Dilpere, Carson Crompton, Hamilton Porteau, Billy Bob Childers. Tim Burkhalter absolutely choked on that shootout, fell from 3rd to 6th. Then it's Kenny George 7th, AJ Young 8th, Taylor Brillin 9th, and Andy Pearson 10th. Matt Pearson was the last car to finish on the lead lap. So
Burkhalter went full Falcons.
So Bobby Porteau will definitely extend his points lead with this win. So on that note, thank you all for joining me on another Fast Friday. The next piece of FARC content will most likely be the Low Dollar Series race at Nelson Ledges. I've had that race run for a while, and I just started putting together the video today. So look forward to that. So thank you all for joining me. I will see you guys next time.